Let's bring back in the host of Fox News, My View with Lara Trump, host Lara Trump. Lara, it's great to always see you. What's your take on this hearing today? Because it wasn't just President Trump. It was the entire Trump family who came under pressure from Jack Smith and Biden's DOJ. Can you talk more about that?
Yeah, I mean, Liz, honestly, to finally see this man sitting in front of people who are asking him questions about what happened over the course of what was a very clear, atypical, unusual, and unprecedented investigation, if you can even call it that, because it was certainly a fishing expedition. We know that it was all political. After what we all went through as a family, it does feel like at some point, maybe justice will be served here. Our family went through hell. My father-in-law went through hell. My brother-in-law, Barron, at 16 years old, had people rifling through his things. The First Lady of the United States, Melania Trump, had people going through her closet. When have we ever seen any of this happen? And no one was going to answer for it at all. Jack Smith thought he had a free pass because it was very clear that this was about winning an election. It was very clear that Joe Biden didn't have what it was going to take to win in 2024. And so they were going to put everything they had against President Trump. So it felt really good to see him sitting there and being questioned. Now, we didn't get a lot of answers out of him. His answers were very murky, if he gave them at all. But I'm very grateful to see that Republicans in the House have taken this seriously, that hopefully the wrongs will be righted and justice will be served, because no family should ever go through what our family went through. No person should ever go through what President Donald Trump had to go through over the past 4 years. It was absolutely horrific.
Yeah, it was brutal. Republicans also asked Jack Smith why he and his team approved $20,000 in secret payments to an unnamed FBI source to gather intelligence on President Trump. Lara, take a listen to Chair Jim Jordan questioning about this. Watch.
You approved a $20,000 payment to a confidential human source. Why'd they have to be confidential? Why didn't you just contract with them? I don't remember Robert Mueller approving payments to confidential human sources. I don't remember Durham. You aware of any of the other special counsels who had to do this?
I am not aware whether confidential sources were or were not used in those investigations.
That's because I don't think they were.
Yeah, so Robert Mueller, he's saying, Jim Jordan, Robert Mueller, Special Counsel Durham didn't pay off secret payments to sources to get dirt on Trump. We should point out, here's the thing, the other headline that's coming in. By the way, we're going to stay on that $20,000 story because it has legs and there's no information coming out of Jack Smith on who this person was. So where they were in the Trump orbit. So here's the thing, Lara. The GOP lawmakers say that Biden focused the DOJ on doing politicized attacks on President Trump and his family. But now the Trump White House has refocused it on crime, Lara. And look at this. Look, what do you make of the historic 21% drop in murders in 35 U.S. cities? That's the biggest one-year drop ever. That's what the United States is seeing now. This is the lowest murder rate since 1900. Biden's DOJ didn't accomplish that.
Yeah, well, both of these things are important. Look, there needs to be accountability on all fronts. And when something goes wrong in the Department of Justice, which it clearly did with Jack Smith and this fake investigation, people need to be held accountable. But likewise, this president wants to protect American citizens. That's been his #1 goal since he took office. And you've seen it happen in Washington, D.C. You've seen it happen in Memphis. You've seen him try to help out in places like Chicago, but they're turning this president and federal law enforcement away. Look at Minneapolis and the fiasco that their local authorities and leaders there have caused because they don't want to help this president bring down crime. He can do it. He's proven to do it. And I'll tell you what, everybody could do their cities a favor by allowing this president to do what he does best, and that is do right for the American people. And it starts by bringing down that crime rate.
Lara Trump, thanks for joining us. It's good to see you.